there is a point about like, okay, but like, are they actually seeing stuff?
Yeah.
What's the deal? What is the deal with visualizing?
Yeah.
And here is the deal. So what do most visualizers see?
Okay.
People's experience of visual imagination can range from subtle to incredibly realistic. So you might be able to just see like the outline, whereas for other people like Christopher and Enya, you can see like every little tiny detail as if your eyes were open. I cannot emphasize that enough. It sounds crazy to those of us who can't visualize. I know it sounds crazy, but they have done brain scans on people, because the question from this article is, how do we know they're really visualizing and they're not just like having a really vivid, detailed memory or imagination or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
They said that we'd grow out of it. Well, the joke's on them, that's just our brains. We're eccentric, loud, and stubborn, and most of our clothing is covered in stains. It's not a deficit of attention, there's just too much to think about. So if executive dysfunction becomes a little too much, if you forgot why you came in this room, or you're hypersensitive to touch, then put on your seamless socks and come join our little flock. Bitches stimming together, we're weirds of a feather, weirds of a feather.
Anyway. All right, let's get silly and talk about aphantasia. The silliest subject of all.
The silliest subject of them all.
I can't picture things in my brain. It's a riot. But actually, probably got more words in there than other people. So
I mean, I've got a lot of thoughts.
I've got so many thoughts.
I've got thoughts. I wish I had less thoughts, you know?
Yeah. Like,
would it be nice?
Like, genuinely, there are people out there who say they'll have a thought and nothing else happens in their head until they have the next thought.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Thoughts within thoughts.
And there's always like a song going at the same time, like just by default.
Yeah.
There's always at least one song playing in my head or like a quote or something that's going and going.
Yeah.
And then, just kind of this constant chatter.
We can be having
brain.
a full-on conversation, and there's also a sidebar conversation happening with me in my head.
Same. Right in my head right
For
now.
sure.
I'm singing, no vampires remain in Romania.
Which makes me think, are we having our Halloween party
I
this year?
am not sure.
I'd like to have
Dracula
floors by
spectacular.
Halloween.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah, I think you should do another Halloween party. That was fun.
We have a fun
Ooh,
time.
I'll have to work on my costume. What should I be?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I know.
Ooh.
And Christopher, he's so not short-sighted, but like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I mean,
That
it's
wa-
either now or not now.
Yeah.
He has trouble with,
He's like, Halloween's
time.
way in the future. I'm like, it's
Nope,
not.
you're going to blink and it's going to be here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's officially time we can start planning for Halloween.
Yeah.
It's after 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. It's Halloween season.
Halloween season.
It's the Halloween season.
Mm-hmm.
But really.
Halloween season. Doopy-doo.
And Dickory Dock. Don't
Doo-doo-doo.
forget.
To turn back your clocks.
Ooh.
Is that how that goes?
No.
Oh.
But I think that was a good twist.
That's nice.
Good rewrite.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to start brainstorming on my costume.
Yeah.
I want to be prepared.
Yeah. Same.
And I crushed it last year. So I've
You
got a
did
big
really,
reputation to live
you
up
got
to.
a reputation to live up to.
I was just going to dress up as Charlie from Poker Face. But I feel like that's not
Poker Face.
a recognizable enough
You could
costume.
be Lady Gaga from Poker Face.
I could be Gabe from The Office dressing up as Lady Gaga,
You could be
which is what I would do, I can't just be Lady Gaga.
right.
That's too on the nose. I would have to be Gabe being Lady Gaga.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do this year. I haven't thought about it, but
I'll help you plan it because you crushed it last year.
kind of.
You did.
Well,
What do you mean, kind of?
I think I crushed the party, not my costume, but that's okay.
Yeah, you crushed the party.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. And now you've done one.
Yeah.
So now you know how to make it even better this year because you've already got
Right.
you've laid the
I think end
groundwork.
of July, end of August, we sent out invitations.
Mm,
That's my plan because
right.
last time we were late with the invitations.
yeah. And that holiday books out early. So I think that's smart. All right. But anyways, welcome to Weirds of a I'm your host, Grace Bray,
And I'm your host, Kristen Stanhope.
/ sound effects creator,
Yeah.
Kristen Stanhope.
Who needs a soundboard when you've got me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're so lucky and blessed that we have you here in the studio today. I can't believe we got you booked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I penciled it in.
Yeah. We really appreciate you making it because truly no one else can make the sounds that you do.
Who's going to do that? Yeah.
Who's going to make these necessary background noises?
Right. As you're introducing the show.
Yeah. It's really important to have a really, really loud kind of mouth horn going.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Warm-up question.
Mm-hmm. Jamie sent us one.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Why don't you do that?
Okay.
I was just going to ask you if you remembered the words to Miss Mary Mac. Or no, I was thinking Miss Susie. That's what it was. Miss Susie had a steamboat. The steamboat had a bell. Miss Susie went to heaven. The steamboat went to hello, operator. Please give me number 9. The
And
boys
if you
are in
disconnect
the...
me,
Oh, I'll cut off your behind the refrigerator. There was a piece of glass. Miss Susie sat upon it and broke her big fat ass. Me no more questions. Please tell me no more lies. The boys are in the bathroom. Zipping up their flies are in the meadow. Bees are in their hives. Miss Susie and her boyfriend are kissing in the D-A-R-K, D-A-R-K. Dark, dark, dark is like a movie. A movie's
Who's
like
making
a show.
this up?
I don't know. A show is on TV, and that is all I know. I know my ma. I know my pa. I know my sister with the 80-acre bra. Not too big, not too small, just the size of City Hall.
God, that came out of nowhere.
Right?
From like the depths of your brain.
Yeah, it's all in there. I'm
Jeez.
really glad that my brain chose to store that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like
I don't know anything about history.
parabolas. No.
No. Miss Mary
History.
Mac. Yeah.
No. Vietnam. What is it?
I couldn't tell you. I
Couldn't
don't
tell
know.
you.
There was a war.
Miss Mary Mac. We got it.
Or Miss Susie.
Susie,
yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
Miss Mary Mac was another one,
Yes,
right? Okay.
and that's in there as well. Yeah, I've got quite a few little childhood songs and rhymes and riddles that are just floating around in there. Right.
Jesus.
Do you want to do Jamie's warm-up question?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
do.
All right,
Okay.
let's
She
hear it.
sent us this. So if you're cooking
Mm-hmm.
or baking,
I can imagine it. Yes.
imagine it,
Mm.
and you cover the tray, like the cookie sheet or whatever,
Mhm.
with foil or parchment paper, what
Parchment
have you.
paper. Yes.
I guess it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
If when you're cleaning up, the tray looks clean, do you wash it anyway?
No.
I know.
How the fuck would I wash it? That's what the parchment paper's
Right?
for.
The parchment paper did the washing.
Yeah. It
It's like-
protected it.
Grossly dirty for sure.
Is it?
Well, it depends on what you're cooking.
If it looks clean, it's good to go.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
It's like putting a protective layer on
yeah,
it.
I'm not going to do all this effort putting parchment paper down.
No. What's the
For
point
sure.
if I still have to wash
We
a pan?
still do like foil and stuff when we're cooking chicken, and it always somehow gets underneath the foil.
Yeah, that
Um,
happens to me too.
And we wash it, obviously, because it's like
Yeah.
chicken juices. But
Oh yeah, I'll wash it when it comes to that. But like baking, especially, no parchment paper.
you could just not
protects it.
bake. That's what I do.
Loophole.
There you go.
I do like to bake once in a while, but parchment paper is like the best for that because
Mm-hmm.
then I don't have to wash the pan, and I hate washing a pan.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse because it's like big and
It
it's
up
cumbersome
too
and
much
it's
room.
slosh and water everywhere. Fucking hate washing.
And then, like, do you let it air dry and then it's
Right?
just there,
And it's just
or you have
sitting
to
there.
friggin' dry it? Ugh.
I know. Who has the time? So no, parchment
No.
paper is. Yeah, let's not get crazy.
Yeah,
If it's
I'm not washing
if
it.
it's not dirty, I'm not gonna wash it.
Even if it's a little dirty, if it's baking, I'm like,
Dust off the crumbs.
there you go.
It's fine.
it adds to the flavor of the next
Exactly.
dish.
It's
like a-
seasoning.
yes.
Yeah, like a cast iron. Yes, that is the excuse I'm going with. It's like a cast iron.
Mhm.
You get the seasoning of the
Seasoning.
flavors of all that came before it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does Jamie wash the pan?
I don't know. Jamie,
Jamie,
reach out to us.
you better not be washing that pan.
Yeah. Don't waste your time.
Honestly.
You're doing too much, Jamie.
Yeah. A bit too much.
Yeah.
Let's-
I'm not washing pans.
No, I'm not washing pans.
I'm washing pans that need to be washed.
Mm. Oh, yeah. But if they don't need to be washed, like,
They're going right back in the
great.
back where they were.
Anything I can get away with not washing,
Yeah.
if I don't have to,
If I
great.
can cheat my way out.
Yeah.
Also, how easy is it just to put down parchment paper?
Yeah, exactly.
So easy.
yeah, so easy.
Oh.
All right.
Is anyone making bunk cakes anymore?
Yeah.
I feel like those
where do
look
we stand on bunts?
really, really cumbersome. Like there's a hole in the middle. They're a bitch to get out. You have to like. I feel like they're a waste of time. Let's just call it what it is, and just say, okay, that was fun. Let's not do it again.
Like as a society, you want us to move past
We're
bunts?
done with the bunts.
Well, who is still doing bunts?
Is there?
I feel like angel food cake is the only time where I want the bunt.
But you don't have to have that in a bunt. It can be in another form.
A loaf.
Yeah,
in a
loaf
regular
form.
loaf
You can
form.
get like a single serving.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, the bunt seems wholly unnecessary.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy a whole different pan style.
Right.
I'll just use my little bread baking dish
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
I just think
I
we're
agree
done.
with you.
Yeah.
We could be done with the bunt, I think.
Yeah. Is there
Collectively.
if someone can say, well, no, this one recipe really benefits from a bunt,
It must be in the bunt configuration.
let me know.
Yeah.
But as a society, I think, that was nice, but it just doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah. It can kind of go the way of the Jell-O mold,
Yeah.
Or you can kind of move away from
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
And now we're
Wasn't
done.
that a silly gelatinous time?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Well,
right.
Thanks. Thanks for agreeing with me.
Glad we covered that. All right. Now, this is a meet episode.
Ooh, yeah.
And did we already try to record this episode a few weeks ago virtually? And I
for sure did.
fucked it up. Yes, absolutely.
Which is really surprising because I thought for sure I fucked it up on my end
Nope.
in my blanket fort.
It was me.
Hot as hell.
I know. I can't believe we went through all of that.
Literally
just for it to not work.
45 minutes of setup on my end.
Yeah.
For it to not work
that
on
was
your
just
end.
a practice
That's
round.
okay. Yeah. That's
It's
all right.
important
It's
sometimes.
Okay.
We do those about once a year, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, once a year we get a big fuck up. And
It's always my fault.
We met. No, it's not always your fault.
Well, I'm the one who's in charge of the technology.
Yeah,
So
but
if it's not my fault, it's no one's. It's mine or no one's. It's my fault. I selected.
Once a year we have a big fuck up.
Yep.
And it's unclear as to whose actual fault it is.
It's me. It's mine.
And we'll never know.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to tell.
Yeah.
And yeah. And so we've met our quota. We've grown from it.
Yep.
And we're moving on.
I learned a lesson.
Yeah.
And will I have to learn that lesson again over and over for the rest of time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You will.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And that's
it's-
just kind of a part of being alive, you
A
know?
lesson worth learning
Being
a couple
human.
times.
Yeah. Really need it slammed into my brain. But we are here and we're doing it again. But
Yeah.
first, let's do
Yeah.
some little accomplishments. Little accomplishments, but big in our hearts. Chris,
Yar.
what did you accomplish?
I am doing really well trying to not waste food.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I've got a garden.
Yep.
I'm growing things.
Mm.
I have chickens.
Yep.
They are laying eggs.
Yeah.
I'm good at the growing. The
Mm.
chickens are good at the laying.
Mm.
I am not good at the cooking and using food.
Yeah.
So sometimes we've been like giving lots of food away,
Mm.
which is kind of like the whole point is for us to like grow our own food.
It's nice to be able to share with others.
It is. Yeah, we do. I do like sharing. It makes me feel happy.
Right?
But at the same time, I want to like use the stuff that I'm growing.
Yeah,
I
that would
grew
also
for-
be nice to eat
grew
the
for a
food.
reason.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying and so yeah. So I'm pretty happy. I have a couple recipes that I used where I used a lot of the food that I was growing.
Nice.
Most recently, I've been making these egg salads, which I know you don't like,
Mm.
but this is what I do. I do avocados,
Ooh.
hard-boiled eggs that I get from my chickens.
Mm.
I do dill that I have grown.
Mm.
And then I do some chives that I have grown and a little bit of
Oh.
plant-based mayo.
Interesting.
Turns out mayo doesn't actually have milk. I thought it had milk in it. It doesn't.
No, it's eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
I can make my own mayo.
Yeah.
I want to. I
You
wanna
can.
learn. Yeah.
Not that hard.
Apparently it's not.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought I bought all this expensive plant-based mayo.
Why? So it doesn't have eggs in
Oh,
it?
yeah. And now I'm like, what the frig?
What's the point of that?
I
if
know.
you're putting
I
it
just,
into an egg
because I
dish?
thought mayo had dairy. I thought it had milk in it. And I was like, I don't want to deal with the lactose.
I don't know how plant-based would have solved that problem. You think it would
'Cause
say
if-
dairy-free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because eggs aren't dairy.
Eggs are not dairy.
Eggs are not dairy.
No.
So I thought, I had a moment where I thought that mayo had milk in it. So I was like,
What plant did you think was replacing the milk?
I don't know.
is I guess my
Like,
question.
It had like oat milk or almond milk instead of like,
Ew.
Yeah. I didn't know. I don't know. And then I did all this research on
Sucks.
mayo, and then I was like,
Yeah.
why did I spend like $2 extra buying this small bottle of plant-based mayo when I could have just bought a jug of Hellmann's
Yeah.
for like 99 cents?
Yeah. If you're just putting it in an egg dish.
Yeah.
Kind of defeating the purpose.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, now we have plant-based mayo that we're going to use.
Right.
That probably has like more weird ingredients than regular. It does. Anyway, so I use a little bit of that, but it's actually, and then I use lettuce from the garden for the sandwich.
All right.
And it's like really, it's like
Farm to
basically
table.
besides the avocados and the mayo
Mm.
and the bread.
Yeah.
Farm to table.
Yeah. Absolutely. And soon you'll be making your own mayo.
Soon.
So
I'll let you know when it happens.
great. Yeah. Let me know.
Yeah, I told Christopher that. And then he went to research like recipes, and he comes upstairs. He goes, "We're never buying mayo again. This is easy." And I was like, why did I think I had milk in it?
Yeah. I
don't know. I
I've-
just, you know when you think something is so true and you're like, yes, this is common knowledge. And then
Yeah. And you just don't even question it.
you don't even question it. And then I don't know. I just in my brain, I was like, this is a truth.
That's how I feel about French fries having gluten. I'm like, they're bread.
Yeah.
But no, they're fried.
No,
There's
they're
no
potatoes.
There's no bread involved. Yeah.
They're
it's just potatoes. But in my head, I'm like, that's a gluten product because it feels like fries.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like bread is involved
Are
there
you doing
at some
low
point.
gluten?
No,
Oh.
just in general. This is just a belief I've had for a long time.
Curious.
It's because Vanessa, like in high school, she
Oh,
kind of
yeah, she
started being very sensitive to gluten.
Mhm.
She would still eat French fries and be like, this hypocritical
Yeah.
bitch. She can eat French fries, but not bread. And then I thought about it more. I was like, oh yeah, I guess there's no bread in there. But it just feels like there should be. It feels like if you're gluten free, you shouldn't be able to eat French fries.
It looks like it should be bread consistent.
Yeah, like breaded. But no, they're not.
Could you bread French fries? Would that be good?
I bet you could. If I feel like it'd be a lot of starch, like just very starchy. But I'm sure someone has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that'd be good. Anyway,
I don't know.
Any Hoozle.
All right. Well, congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying. Grace.
Yes.
What did you accomplish?
I snail sat for my neighbors. My neighbors, Vanessa and Elena, have two pet snails. Yep.
Are they crabs?
What? No, they're snails.
I thought they were crabs.
You mean, are they crabs?
Like little hermit crabs.
Oh, they're snails. They're snails. Like
here's my, okay,
outdoor snails.
I have a follow-up question.
No, they're not crabs. They're snails.
Okay, now that we've clarified what shelled creature they are.
Yes.
Is that really necessary? They're snails.
Well, they need to be spritzed. They need to be kept moist. So they have them in this really cool terrarium.
Yeah.
And they need to be sprayed about once a day. Like they could go a few days without being sprayed, but they were going to be gone for over a week. And they just asked if I would be available to take the snails. And I guess they're also like very curious and kind of social creatures.
Snails?
Yeah.
Really?
I brought them back and Vanessa was like, oh, did you take them out at all? And I was like, no, I didn't know that was an option.
Snails.
Do they like that? And she was like, yeah, I guess they like to explore and they're very curious. So next time I might take them out because they're very fun to watch. And you also have to change out their lettuce whenever it gets like gross and soggy. You just put like a couple pieces of spinach. You put a couple little pieces of spinach in their terrarium and they just kind of munch on it. And it's so cool. You can see them like on the glass, because they're like
snailing,
squiggling all around, snailing and
slime.
Yeah.
Do you have to do like, do they poop? They must poop.
Yeah, they poop, but
does it just come out as slime?
It just looks like a little poop. It's kind of like, I don't know, like any like reptile or whatever.
Do they have a cloaca?
Probably. They're intersex as well, so there's no way to stop them from fucking.
Oh shit.
So they have to like smash up the eggs before they can hatch into like a million little snails.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no way to stop them from procreating unless you have one by itself, but they're kind of social and so you want them to be friends.
Yeah.
But if they're all intersex, there's no way to like split them up and make sure
like,
that babies
stop fucking snails.
Yeah. So I took my job very seriously. I brought them up to camp with me because
Oh
I didn't want to leave them alone. And I really...
Snails go on an adventure.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed my time with them. They're just very interesting and fun to watch.
Do they have names?
No, they didn't give them names. I would give mine names if I had my own snails.
Are you about to be a snail owner?
Well, as I was bringing them back, I was like, watching your snails kind of made me think that maybe I want snails, but I don't think I should get them. But Vanessa was like, I mean, they have eggs all the time. And if I don't get to them in time, they will hatch a bunch of little snails. And then I have to like
Murder.
mash them. She's like, if I could only have to murder 98 snails instead of 100, I'd be psyched. So next time they're having eggs, she might give me a couple snails. So I might become a snail mom. I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, they're very, very low maintenance. Nothing
Do you have
like
to
a fish tank.
replace their shells like a hermit crab?
I don't think so. I think they grow
Where
their
did the
own.
hermit crabs get the shells?
I think the shells.
Oh, they're probably from
other,
snails.
I think other animals grow them.
Like snails.
I think some animals, they grow their own shells, and some they just move from they're renters as opposed to like self-built, you know? So I think some animals grow their own, and then maybe they, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think snails are like turning into slugs and going to find a new snail home.
Yeah.
You know? I think they just are. They
are their home.
Yeah. It's like a part of them.
That's
I
weird.
think maybe their shell grows with them.
Interesting.
Yeah. They're very fascinating little guys. And, you know, I took my job seriously. I kept them alive. They're pretty, like, very low maintenance. And it's like, if I'm going to have a terrarium anyways, having snails in there is kind of just like one more step of make sure they have spinach. But yeah.
I'm very curious about these snails.
I
can't
know.
believe they don't have names. You got to name them.
I know. I don't understand.
You got to tell them that they have to have names.
I agree.
They're snails with a personality and you know name.
I know. They're social. You want me to take them out and play with them, but you don't give them names.
Yeah. How am I supposed to call them to me?
I just called them Gales the snails.
Gales the snails. Are you going to collectively group name them?
Yeah.
Gales?
They are Gales the snails.
Gales. Yeah. I like that.
Get out of here, snail. Yeah, but if I get my own, I'll let you guys know. And I could maybe talk about it on a Hobby Collectors because
Are you someone
snails.
who owns snails?
Yeah.
Who has snails? Right in. How difficult are snails? And what did you name your snail? Did you name your snail or do you not have names with your snails? Write us a note. Where's the feather? We want to know about these snails.
Yeah.
I have questions.
I want your snail details.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready to get into this meat?
I'm ready for this meat.
It is the meat. Meat.
Meat. It is meat.
Meat. We want meat. All right. The meat of this
What's our meat
episode-
today? What do we got at the deli counter?
We are talking about aphantasia.
Yeah.
This, aka not being able to visualize.
Okay.
This
Great.
topic was requested by Priscilla. You guys know Priscilla?
Is Priscilla a visualizer? I forget. We've talked about it.
I can't remember. I think that's why she wanted us to cover it because she also cannot visualize.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Enya's a visualizer.
Yes. Like very, very vividly.
With Christopher.
Yes.
And they visualize things and they talk about it. I'm glad he's found.
Great.
I'm glad he's found her.
Yeah, me too. Because
someone else has to talk to him about this.
Yeah, I can't relate to it
No.
and I don't understand. Yeah, I think Priscilla's on the other end of the spectrum with us in terms of like
one of us.
One of us. Our brains are full of thoughts, but it's also black in there, I guess. Yeah.
It's a deep dark hole.
Yeah.
Of
Just
nothing.
just word thoughts, no picture thoughts.
Yeah.
I've wanted to cover this topic for a while and it's one of those where
And
I'm
we
like,
did.
yeah, and we already have. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's pretend we
didn't.
haven't and
Yeah.
you guys have never heard this because you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But I've wanted to cover this for a while now, and Priscilla finally gave me the push to like actually do it. So here we are, and thank you, Priscilla, for pushing me. That's kind of what I need. But also, like, don't tell me what to do.
But please.
But please, also,
tell us what to do.
She did it in like just the right way, and I don't know what that way is, but it was a way that resonated with me, and I felt like it was more of like an ask rather than a demand.
Mm-hmm.
And I think knowing that there was like this
request.
direct interest of like I specifically would be interested to hear what you have to say on this topic. I was like, okay. You know, it felt like
people at home are writing this down, being like, in order to make Grace cover a topic.
yes.
Do not demand.
Yeah. Don't tell me I need to do it. It's more like, let me know that the interest is there and you would want to hear about it on an episode like sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So otherwise I'll put it off forever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like, in 2 weeks, I would love to learn about this topic, that might work or it won't. But either way, might as well try.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it again. round 2, part 1.
Yeah. It's going to go great.
Yeah, God, if I mess this one up again, I'm just gonna
We're going to
maybe
just quit.
quit the podcast.
That's okay. No, you
It's
can't
a wrap,
quit.
guys.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
You can't quit the podcast.
No, I won't quit. I'll just keep making these mistakes and then
we'll learn.
And we'll grow. And that's part of being alive, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah. My main source for this episode is aphantasia.com. And that is a great resource if
I
you
did
want
not
to
know
learn
that
about
that
this.
was a .com.
I didn't either until I started researching this episode. And I was like, whoa, a whole website. So
Dang.
that was my main source. And so if you also cannot visualize, or if you're like, I don't know, I guess maybe I can. I always thought I could, but now I'm not sure. Check out aphantasia.com and you just might learn something.
Aphantasia.com. Non-sponsored.
But they could.
But
you
they
guys,
could.
Aphantasia.com. If you want to sponsor us, reach out.
They're like, no.
No, I don't know what
they
that
can't
would
even get
mean.
the audio right.
We're going to put our trust in you? I don't think so. But what is aphantasia? Let's get into it.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
So, as we know, aphantasia is the inability to visualize and is also known as image-free thinking.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. So, essentially...
Sounds nice.
Yeah. And I know I've tried to describe this on the podcast before. This is one of those things where it's so hard to describe to people how your brain works when theirs works differently because you just have no reference for it, It's like you can only imagine so much. Like how you can't imagine a color you've never seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, for me, it feels impossible to even imagine what it's like to visualize. I guess the closest thing I have is having my eyes open, I feel like for people like Christopher and Enya, it is like that, as if their eyes are open. I think it's a bit harder for us to explain to them that
we can't see it.
Nothing. And I think they have, Christopher seems like he still can't fully wrap his brain around it.
He tries so hard.
I know, but you can only do so much.
He does. He gives me lots of accommodations. So when we are, one of our big things is I get really overwhelmed with decorating because I can't see things and how they're going to I can see things that I like. I go, I like that, but I can't.
I know it when I see it.
Picture that in our space until it's there because I can't. So I have a really hard time.
Yeah.
And so, but he can in 3D and in IMAX,
Yeah.
And so he'll get on Canva and he's taken pictures of our kitchen and he's put that on Canva and he's put different shades of cabinets on the cabinets on Canva, and he's really trying. It's a noble cause.
Yeah.
And it's really nice that he does that. Does it help a little bit? Yeah.
But even then, it can only help so much.
It can only help so much.
I need to physically see it in real life.
Like your kitchen color when you painted half the kitchen green and you realized you hated it.
I do not like this.
Yeah. I liked it, so it worked out for me.
And it's such a hindrance when it comes to that stuff. The amount of time it takes us to be able to figure out how something will look as opposed to just someone who can draw it up in their head right then and there. We are at a huge disadvantage when it comes to anything visual, graphic design, interior design,
right.
Other types of design, artwork,
Right.
Just, I can't even, I wish I could just spend a day in that brain, but also I think I'd be upset to be like, this is what you guys are seeing?
I think
Fuck you.
Upset, but so overstimulated.
Yeah,
how do you
crazy.
live your life with that many things to see?
Yeah, I got enough things going on in my brain.
Right.
I feel like I don't also need sight.
Right.
Okay, so I've kind of tried to describe on this podcast before, if you have aphantasia, we're not able to see anything in our mind, but what we think of as visualizing is us thinking of the concept of what this thing looks like. I'm not seeing it in my mind actively. I'm remembering looking at it. I'm remembering what it looks like.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand the concept of it and I'm remembering the concept of the thing.
Yes.
And so that's why it's hard to when people visualize a new thing that I haven't actually seen with my memory.
Yep.
With my eyeballs in real life.
Yes. Because we have no reference point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Anything that I can quote unquote visualize is just me remembering what this thing looked like. And so if I've never seen it before, I can't come up with a new image in my mind because I'm not creating new images. I'm remembering images. Like reading a book. If I'm reading Hunger Games and I know that Jennifer Lawrence was cast as Katniss, that's who I'm picturing. Otherwise, if I'm reading a new book and I don't have any reference for what this character looks like, I'm not paying attention to visual descriptors. I just don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm literally not picturing anything. I'm not imagining any person. I'm kind of imagining this like vague scenario.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm visualizing a vague scenario. I can't visualize faces. So every time I read a book or listen to a book, I don't picture faces. I picture the back of people's heads.
Oh, interesting.
So everybody's talking away from each other.
Just all facing away from you.
Everybody's facing away from me. Yeah, it's very odd, but that's how I picture it. Everybody's talking.
Do you ever imagine it in first person where you are the character, or are you always looking
I'm always a fly on the wall.
I think sometimes I am the character, but I'm not picturing myself. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm imagining myself in the character's place. But again, I'm not actually like seeing anything, or like, especially a book like Game of Thrones where they're all traveling all around. It's like, I literally have no reference for anything. They'll tell you how far away this thing is or this is the next town over. I'm not even paying attention to any of that. If you ask me to like draw out where everything is in relation to itself, I literally have like
that's why
zero
they have maps
concept
in front of the books, right?
But even that, I just don't. It's too detailed and intricate for me to like hold in my brain, and so I just can't bring myself to care. I'm in it for like the story and like I guess like the dialogue and stuff like that. I'm not imagining a whole world, which definitely impacts the way I read, like it seems way more fun if I could visualize.
I know. And I feel bad for all the authors who are like putting all this time, like doing all these like details, and you're just like blank.
Okay. Business so much to start. That's not us. Books that are
pictures.
Well, yes. Books with pictures. Oh my God. Did I just invent that? And what if we called them like pictures in books?
Yeah.
Or we could even shorten it, picture books.
Picture books. Wow.
I love Copyright.
That.
Don't take that idea, guys.
No one take that.
But also, on top of these picture books that we just invented, all the physical, so they're like Aphantasia specific books.
Yeah.
All the visual descriptors are just references to other things we might have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like an apartment, it's like, imagine in Seinfeld, imagine Jerry Seinfeld's apartment layout, kind of like that, That would be a good description. That would help me. I'm like, okay, locked in. I know what that looks like. Her hair kind of looks like Dora the Explorer's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, great. I got it. Little bob. Little bangs. Like not everyone has the same reference point. So maybe there's a few different types of references.
Yeah.
It could be like a choose your own adventure. What kind of references do you have? What will like lock in for you? So I don't know, just kind of like noodling on it, but we could have something there. Right?
Yeah.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah. All right. But anyways.
Picture books,
yes.
Go to picturebooks.com.
Yeah.
/Weirds of a Feather.
Yep. We're coming up with something new and different you've never seen before. No one's ever done it before. All right. So aphantasia is not considered like a medical condition or like a disability or anything. It's just a characteristic of essentially like being left-handed.
Yeah.
Or it's just like a brain
That's
difference.
How your brain
type.
Thinks.
Yeah.
One of the doctors I work with, we were doing some wound stuff. He's like, I don't like to read your physical exam because you always have really descriptive wound things, like descriptors.
Yeah.
Because it's my job.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I feel like I can see the wound in front of me because I can visualize it based off of the descriptor.
Well,
First of all, what a compliment. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right?
And that sucks for him because he really hates wounds. He's like, I'll see it in my sleep. And I'm like, oh, you have like a very visual brain. He had no idea. So then I was trying to tell him about like Temple Grandin and like visual brains and non-visual brains. And then it was too much. And I was like, okay, another day.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I feel like if that's your default,
Yeah.
it's hard to fathom that other people are not able to see that
Right.
like you are.
Right. He had no idea. He thought everybody did that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't.
No.
That's why I put so many descriptors in.
Yeah. That wouldn't bother me at all because I'm
Mhm.
not picturing anything and I don't care, you know?
Also, who's reading my physical exam? It's at the bottom of the page.
Also, you work in medicine.
Yeah.
So, like, toughen up, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
No, a lot of the
get it
medical
together.
doctors, they don't like the wounds. I always ask them, you want to come in on this wound change? And they go, no, thank you.
I can't believe they don't like wounds.
Yeah. Who
I
doesn't
love a
li-
wound.
I love a good wound.
Show me that wound.
Yeah, wounds are fun.
They're a good time.
You know?
Bring back wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old wounds.
Nothing like it.
Yeah.
And hopefully you are not a strong visualizer because I'm
Yeah.
sure just us discussing wounds
Wounds.
is maybe upsetting to you.
Yeah. I like wound care because I feel like there's not a lot of thinking involved. I see it and then I go, okay, well, let's fix it.
That's a
And I know
wound.
how to fix it.
Straight to business.
Straight
turkey.
to business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of, no numbers involved with wounds except for measurements. So,
Just what you see is what you get
Yeah.
when it comes to wounds.
mm-hmm.
Always said that.
Yeah.
All right. There are 2 different forms of aphantasia.
Yeah. Sorry. We got
The-
off topic.
No, please interrupt me whenever because you're going to anyways.
Yeah.
Do we need to switch squishy toys?
No,
Because that
no.
one seems like
I
it's
really like this
capable
one.
of making a lot of noise.
Mhm.
I wanted to get you this other one that's more quiet. My Nido one.
Yeah.
That one's too squishy.
No, I'll behave.
All right. It's your last warning.
Okay.
The 2 types. So there's congenital, and that's the main one, which is just that's how
us.
you're. Yeah, that's
Right.
us.
We're born like that.
Yeah, that's how your brain just is. And like we said, you might not even know that you have it because it's unless like you're listening to a podcast like this or you're in a conversation with someone and you just so happen to like. Because even then, I was always when you're doing like yoga or meditation, they're like visualize your favorite place. And I always thought I was, but no, I was just thinking about being up at camp. Like I wasn't.
Is that
even
why meditation doesn't work for us? Because we can't visualize
I
shit?
think so. I've always been like this. It doesn't help me at all. It's not comforting. It's
I
not
just
soothing.
sit with my own thoughts. That's the worst. That's the last thing I need.
And then I'm like trying really hard to like pull in some type of image. And of course it never works. So I was always like, well, this sucks. Like I just thought everyone else was faking it. Like, oh yeah, we all pretend
we're all
to visualize.
Yeah, just like I did with religion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
like, we're all in on this.
Yeah. Joke's on everyone.
Yeah, we know. We know we're all
we know.
faking it. Yeah. So I'm sure it does work. I was always like, so, well, this is baloney, right? You know,
Right.
of like to calm yourself down, just imagine yourself in your happy place. That I don't see anything. It doesn't
Right.
calm me down at all.
No, yes.
And now I'm angry that I can't see anything in my head.
Right.
And you're telling me to do this thing as if it's going to like help me.
So are more people visualizers?
I think so.
Oh, we're in the minority.
I think so. I think we
Oh,
are in the
shit.
minority, but I also think more people than we realize do have aphantasia, you know?
Okay.
Like, I
It's
don't
like you
have
don't
numbers.
know that you have it until someone talks about
Exactly.
it. Like,
Yeah. Up until a few years ago when this conversation was going around, I think on TikTok, where people were saying, like, once people started to point out, like, no, I can like visualize. Like, I can see
Yeah.
as if my eyes were open.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
yeah.
I guess I'm not visualizing. But unless you have that conversation, there's so many people out there.
Thinking
Who just-
about thinking.
Yeah, they don't know that they're not visual. Like every person I've asked this question to, some people actually, it's probably about 50-50. Some people are like, yeah, I can see stuff really vividly. And other people are like, yeah, I think I can visualize. And then
And then
I
you're
ask them a
like,
couple more questions. I'm like, are you actually
mm.
seeing it as if your eyes are open or are you thinking about what it looks like? And then they'll be like, huh, yeah, I guess I'm not seeing it. Sorry, I just had to kind of break your brain a bit with that one. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think just because it's obviously not like diagnosed, it's not anything that would be super obvious unless I guess you're trying to like go into some kind of design field. But even then, there was that woman on TikTok like last month who she's an interior designer and she just discovered she's colorblind with the couch, the gray versus the blue couch.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
She thought she had a blue couch and she was trying to sell it online and she posted it. And someone was like, oh, yeah, the gray couch. And she was like,
Yeah.
no, it's blue.
blue.
She's like in her 30s and she just discovered that she's colorblind. Like, how did you miss that your whole life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why Christopher realized he was colorblind is that when he was working at Hot Topic,
Hmm.
I think it was Hot Topic. someone had those spotty shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And it said like, fuck the colorblind or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And his friend goes, ha, what a funny shirt. And Christopher's like, I don't get it. And his friend was like, it says like, fuck the colorblind. And he's like, no, it doesn't. And then they were like, oh, no. And that's how he found out.
Oh, my
what
God.
What a
that's
bad
right.
way
Yeah.
to find out.
Yeah. I mean, at least he did.
At least he did.
Yeah. But yeah, once again, if you have no reference for what colors you should be seeing, you
Right.
just assume you're seeing the same colors as
Right.
everyone else. And it might lead to some moments of confusion,
Right.
but you kind of might just brush them off, you know, if you don't make that connection. Like the colorblind woman, where she said that she had like, because she was a designer, she bought a couch for her mom or something. And she told her she was going to do like a blue setup. And then the couch came and it was gray. But mom was like, okay, I guess she just chose to get me a gray couch. You know, like they just never seem to put it together.
Yeah.
But I feel like aphantasia is a lot like that. You have no reference point for how other people's brains work.
I wish.
We all have different definitions of what visualizing means based
Yeah.
on how much you can visualize.
Yeah.
So I guess we're maybe going to teach some people
Yeah.
that
I didn't
they
know
have
we were in the
aphantasia.
minority. I thought most people were like us, and then the visualizers were.
I think both ends of the spectrum are like smaller percentage. Like I think Christopher and Enya, I don't think that's the norm. I don't think most people can see like that.
Okay.
I think maybe like 10 or 20% are like that. I think
Okay.
it's kind of like the super tasting thing, where it's like you got 25% on either end that are the extremes, and then most people are in the middle.
I see.
So aphantasia, they judge it on a 1 to 5 scale.
Mhm.
And so it's not just, you know, you either can or you can't. It's you have different levels of it. So if
I
you're out
see.
there and you're like, well, like I can pull in some images, or I kind of see like these general shapes, or I can like see certain shades or colors, or I can see things I've seen before, but I can't come up with new stuff. Like there's some middle ground. So you might be like a 3 on the scale.
I see.
So you and I are like, no, we're totally at a 1. Can't see anything at all.
I feel like I can see things that I've seen before.
But are you seeing it, or are you thinking about what it looks like?
I don't know.
I'm convinced that you can.
The
But
more I
you
think about
you
it-
seem to be set on the idea that you can. I don't think you can, but I'm not in your brain.
I don't know.
So the judgment's
I wish you
on
were.
you ultimately. I wish I could be.
Yeah, I think it makes
Sounds
things
scary.
easier. It is. It is.
It is. I would never want to go into Christopher's brain.
No,
yeah, I think that would
no.
just be like a
Every
waking
once in a while,
nightmare.
he like tells me a thought, and I'm like, what is happening?
It makes sense why he's so good at like coming up with new creatures and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, he's got a lot going on up there.
Yeah. Whereas I could never invent a new creature I've never seen before. You know, like even if I tried, it would just ultimately end up looking like something I've seen before.
It'd be like a smorgasbord of things that you've seen before.
Yeah. Any new picture I would come up with in my brain is ultimately just like an amalgamation of different pictures I've seen.
Yeah.
So like no true originality when it comes to like
Mhm.
visual stuff with me, you know? Word stuff and thoughts, I feel like I've come up with plenty of ideas and things that's like, well, no one's ever said that before, you know?
Yeah.
But when it comes to imagining new visual stuff,
No.
I can't. I'm so uncreative and unoriginal with that.
I don't think you're uncreative. I think
With
you-
I am.
you
I need a
have-
reference point,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
right?
Yeah.
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 I got creative words.
You have a creative brain, but that brain is with words.
Yes, that brain is with words. So for most people with aphantasia, it's the congenital type where you're just born with it, and that's just how your brain works.
Mm.
And then there is an acquired type of aphantasia, which you can develop, which can be from like an injury, an illness, or a mental health condition.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Could you imagine you're like a great visualizer, you get hit in the head one time by
Right?
a horse or something.
Stupid horse.
Fucking horses.
Fucking horses.
And then now you can't visualize anything.
I
and You're
know.
like, what is wrong with me?
I know that would feel like such a
Like,
hindrance. It would feel like going blind almost. I
Right.
bet.
Right.
Yeah. Or what if it was the opposite, where you had never been able to visualize,
And now
then
you're
you have a
like-
TBI and you
like,
wake up,
Ah!
just like a perpetual nightmare you can't turn off because you have no idea like how to
Stop,
control it.
Megan, stop.
Like every visual description
seen
you've
too
ever
much.
read before, just comes flooding into your brain. It's like now you can picture it.
No.
Yeah. I'm
that would
guessing.
be much worse.
I'm guessing it's usually the opposite, where
Yeah.
you could visualize and then you get kicked in the head and now you can't. But I guess that's possible. So if that does happen to you or someone you know where they used to be able to visualize and now they can't, might want to get checked out by a doctor.
Yeah. Have you had a recent traumatic brain injury or a
Yeah.
couple concussions? and now you visualize things or not visualize things,
Yeah.
reach out to us at weirdthefeather@gmail.com.
Yeah, let us know. I would
Let us
love
know.
to talk to someone who had acquired aphantasia to just,
For sure.
because how often do you get to experience both sides of it, you know? Like being trans, you have this knowledge of both sides that like most people don't.
Mhm.
So be very fascinating. So if you have acquired aphantasia, let us know, I
Reach
guess.
out to us at Weird
Yeah.
Feather.
I bet it's super rare, you know?
Oh, for sure.
I want to do another future episode. Maybe I'll do this on a Patreon bonus about people who wake up from surgery and they like have an accent or they can speak another
Oh,
language.
that would be really
That to me,
cool.
I feel like
I've never seen that happen.
it does happen though.
Oh, I believe it. I just have never seen it.
It's very, very rare. But I feel like that to me is
Speaking a different language, that's wild. Like different words? Like where
Yes.
did those words come
well,
from?
that's what I think. That tells me that past lives are real. Because it's like that's just not a made up thing. People have woken up from surgery. This woman woke up from surgery and was speaking fluent Chinese, had never spoken Chinese in her life, never taken a lesson. Where would that knowledge come from? It's not like you just casually, subconsciously pick up fluent Chinese.
No.
So it's not like, oh, well, I must have just subconsciously been exposed to it and my brain learned
Did she
it. Like,
lose English? Because that would be really shitty.
I don't remember. And there was another woman I remember on Ripley's Believe It or Not from years and years ago. I used to love that show, where she woke up with like an accent and people thought that she was faking it, but she just woke up with like a British accent.
That's wild.
Right? Like, what is
Also,
going
what are
on
they
in the brain?
Yeah, what are they giving them, first of all?
I don't know. I'm going to look into that. Same with, I'm very fascinated by organ transplants containing memories.
Ooh.
Right?
We'll have to get Ted to come back on.
Ooh.
'Cause he almost went into transplant.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There's not a lot of jobs in transplant.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But
I
he
feel like
really
that
liked it.
I feel like he would be a fascinating person to talk about that with. I
Yeah.
can see him being like interested in
Yeah.
that. Yeah, 'cause that's
Get him
real.
back on. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like someone will get a heart transplant and then they like start liking golf or something, you know? It's like,
That'd be really cool.
yeah. Unless it was like bad. Like I was
Like,
reading
you
one where
become a murderer.
I was reading one where someone got a lung transplant and then they were allergic to peanuts because the person they got it from was allergic to
That
peanuts.
makes sense in my head, though.
Yes, that makes sense.
Makes,
Where your lungs are having the reaction to
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But like that would fucking suck. Now you got a peanut allergy.
Fuck. At least you got lungs.
At least you got lungs,
Yeah.
but now you got a peanut allergy. So I
Mm.
don't know. It's a trade-off. But yeah, anyways, I'll do those in the future, maybe.
Okay.
Tell me to do it or say that you would be interested in hearing that. And maybe I'll do it.
That would be really
I'm a
cool.
really easygoing person. It's really easy to be me.
You have to, you're like, you have to like be coaxed in like a wild
cat.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a cat.
Yeah. Like a
You know?
feral cat.
Yeah. You have to be coaxed into doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, get it.
Push, 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 push.
Yeah. But like don't make me feel like you want it too much. You
Yeah.
know? Don't be desperate about it.
Right. That's the other thing. You have to like look away.
Yeah.
But then you have to entice them, but then look away.
Yeah.
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 That's
I do feel like autism is like big cat energy.
Big
you know?
cat energy.
Yeah. Where we'll come to you.
mhm,
We'll show you affection on our terms.
mhm.
Actually, speaking of that, sorry, I know we're just talking about
Yeah.
everything under the sun. Because
We're-
we've already recorded this episode
Yeah, we've already
once.
recorded, but that's
So we're
okay.
like, what else could we add to this?
Yeah.
But Jamie stopped by my house on Monday. She was
Yeah.
in town and stopped by and we chatted for a little bit. But I opened the door and she goes, all right, I'm coming in for a front hug. And so she hugged me and she said, okay, the hug is done. And then let go. I was like, honestly, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
Because she knows
I
it's
would
the
hug.
social aspect for me.
I
will,
would
they,
hug
won't they?
if I was given specific instructions like
Right?
that. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It took all of the guesswork out of it.
Yeah.
It was nice.
How delightful.
Right?
How lovely.
She really nailed it. Yeah.
God, she's so wonderful.
She's so wonderful.
Oh,
She just
Jamie.
really gets us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's like so nice.
Yeah. Good strategy. Okay, so here we are. How common is it? And so the available research indicates that aphantasia is uncommon, and they estimate only 2 to 4% of people
2
have
to
it.
4.
But like we've said, it's very, very difficult to study this in any meaningful way.
Yeah.
Like, look how many people have realized in the last few years that they're autistic or have ADHD.
Yeah.
And those are things with like very noticeable traits
That
and
you can, like-
disabling aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are like a lot of different
It's hard to,
aspects
like-
to it.
How do you calibrate what someone is seeing if you're not them?
Exactly. Yeah. So there's like really no real way to measure it, I guess if you could do like a visual test of like how many details can you remember about this thing. But even then, it might just be that you're really good at remembering details.
Or
like
really bad at remembering details.
Yes. Yeah. Like I'm very curious about people who are in any type of like design or visual artistic field. Is it just people who are really, really good at visualizing? Or is it also, I'm sure there's also a subset of people who can't visualize and they like make up for it by being really good at like remembering little details or like making sure that they're like paying attention to all these little things. Like maybe they have these compensatory strategies that might make them like better at it in some ways, or just like because they've had to come up with new ways to remember other than just like being able to draw it up in their head. Yeah.
We just need to have a decorator on the show.
I want one decorator who can visualize very strongly and one who can't visualize at all, you know?
And then decorate my home for me, please.
Yeah. Yeah. And like just, I would want to hear about their process of like how they come up with their design, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Reach
you're
out to us.
if you're any of those people, yeah, let us know because I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like because I can't visualize, I don't pay attention to visual details of like stuff I'm looking at, which you would think I would because I don't have my memory to fall back on. So you think I would like take extra care to like pay more attention to visual stuff. But no, I just feel like I'm not really paying attention to people's faces that often. I don't really pay attention to like what they're wearing. I'm just not taking in a lot of visual information, which I feel like I should.
Well, you're in your own head.
I'm so in my own head, and that's definitely part of it. I think I've talked about it on here before, but that girl, what's her name? I don't even remember. His friend, I introduced.
You gotta bleep out that name.
I'm going to. I introduced myself to her like 5 different times, and she got like pissed by the end. She's like, "I know we've met before." I'm like, "Well, you don't stand out to me. You got one of those bland faces. I'm not paying attention really to any. So if you don't make a mark on me, like personality wise." I'm not really going to remember your face, I guess.
Here's something that happened to me at work. So I switched hospitals and I'm in the OR, mask, hat, glasses.
Yep.
And I'm going through and I'm saying things. And the tech, who I thought I've never met before, goes, "Hey, I think we worked together at the last hospital." I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't recognize you. I'm sorry." She's like, "I recognize that voice." And I'm like, "Oh, what does that mean?"
Yeah, positive or negative connotation.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought about it all day. What does that mean? Because obviously she doesn't recognize my face because she's always seen me with a mask and a hat.
I think you have a bit of a distinct voice, not in a bad way. But I think you do.
Is it shrill?
No, it's not shrill.
Is it deep?
It's a little raspy in like a good way.
What is it?
I don't know. It's like that girl asking her mom, why does his face look like that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What are you talking about? Why does what look like that?
I'll think about that for the rest of my life. And I don't think she meant it maliciously, because obviously
I think she just meant she recognized your voice. Like I would recognize someone's voice over what they look like for the most part.
I would not. I don't recognize people. I gotta look at you. I recognize eyebrows and hair. I think that's what I recognize.
But you wouldn't like store someone's voice in your brain and be able to be like,
if they had
I've
a
heard
very
that brain,
distinct
I've heard that voice before.
A very distinct voice. But I don't think I have a very distinct voice.
I think you do. Negative connotation. Derogatory. No, I don't know. I think maybe she's just like one of us where that's how she remembers people.
Maybe.
By the voice.
I guess if you're working in the OR all the time, you have to recognize people's voices.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think I'd remember someone's voice over their face, which seems like a crazy thing to say. But like, if I just saw them in passing, I wouldn't remember what they looked like.
I clock eyebrows.
So it is clocking to you that the eyebrows are standing on business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I recognize people via eyebrows.
You do love a strong brow.
I love a strong brow, but I look at people's brows.
Do you like that being a part of your personality that people know about you? Like whenever I see a strong eyebrow and I'm not even with you, I say, Kristen would like those eyebrows. How do you feel about that?
I'm all right with it.
Does it feel
I think I'm just a lady who respects a good eyebrow.
You love a dark brow. You love a heavy brow.
I'm jealous. I like people with distinct brows, whether they shave them off or they have that like weird little cut in the side.
I love the little cut.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
has a meaning. I don't know what it means.
I think it's just a thing people do.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think people who have interesting eyebrows are interesting to me.
It's really like a unique way to express yourself through the brow.
Yeah. Eyebrows are expressive as eyebrows. Like that's their whole point is to be expressive. So I think it's like such a
their whole point is to stop like dust and mites from falling into your eyeballs.
But they're also
they are to show
expression.
Yeah. You're right. All right.
Okay.
Let's get back on track.
What were we talking about?
I don't even know. How do we get here?
Now we're talking about eyebrows.
Genuinely.
Welcome to Weirds of a Feather, an eyebrow adjacent podcast.
Yes.
All eyebrows all the time.
time.
We're talking shapes. We're talking tweezing versus plucking.
Do you have them? Do you not?
Do you not have them?
Got the little notch in there?
Did you also pluck them all off in the 90s? Are you one of us? Let us know.
You know, I've never once gotten my eyebrows waxed. I've never had them professionally done by anyone ever.
I've never had them professionally done. That's probably why they look like shit.
Same.
I don't think I have enough hairs to have them professionally done. I'm still trying to grow them back from the 90s.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
But then when they start to grow, I really want to like pluck the ones that are growing.
You got to leave them.
I know.
Long game. End game.
All right. We got to get back on track.
We
can't still talk about eyebrows. We were coming back for a second and then we went right back down the
it's
eyebrow
hard. It's easy to
pipeline.
do.
Yeah. It's easy. Slippery slope.
The aphantasia to eyebrow pipeline. Is that what you were going to say?
It's common and it's deadly.
Forms. No. Common.
Yeah, okay. So I was saying it's hard to know if people actually have it or not because you don't have any reference point of how other people's brains work. All right. So what do people with aphantasia experience? Like we said, it's a 1 to 5 scale for us, or at least for me. I'm boldly stating it's just black in there. I'm not seeing anything unless I'm like pressing on my eyes. Like then I'll get like the kaleidoscope colors of when you're like, you know, when you press into your eyeballs and you see like
you're like seeing your brain.
Yeah, or like the explosion of color. I kind of see patterns, but that's like, I'm not actually like imagining that. I think that's just like something that's like my eyes are getting this input from pushing.
So I guess my question is, okay, I'm closing my eyes right now. It's all black. But if you were to prompt me, I could try and picture something. Try.
All right, close your eyes.
But people who are visualizers, do they not need the prompt? Are they?
I mean, I think it depends on the person. So because it is that, you know, it is a spectrum. It says that like, so some people have like the total aphantasia and never experience mental images. Other people only have it when they try to form mental images. Like maybe they can visualize, but then like if you give them a specific thing to visualize, they might not be able to do that. Or it might be vice versa, where if I give you a specific thing of picture a red apple, maybe you could see it. But like without that prompt,
am I
you
seeing
can't.
it or am I thinking about
seeing
it? I think this is hard.
I think unless you could do like an fMRI where they're looking at your like occipital center, I think it's really hard to know if you're seeing it or remembering what it looks like. And I guess like, what is the difference at that point? You know?
Yeah, I guess
the
that's
difference
another
is
thing.
like,
What's the difference?
Yeah. Because I was going to say maybe the difference is that we can't manipulate that image because we're just remembering it. But I could. Like if you told me picture a red apple, all right, I'm thinking about a red apple. And now you say, imagine a worm is inside of it. I guess I'm not imagining it being done to that apple. I'm imagining a different picture of a apple with a worm in it.
I'm imagining a sticker of one of those classic red apples from this Richard Scarry world.
That's exactly what I'm
imagining. With the little worm with the hat.
Yes, that is also my Apple reference,
We're seeing the same thing.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be a fun game of like, what is your reference point for different images?
Oh,
you know?
Let's play that game.
Yeah. Patreon.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah, Richard Scarry's apple and worm with the little green hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is also
Cute little gentleman.
Yeah, that is my image for apple
but
as well.
I'm not seeing it. I'm thinking of it.
Yeah. I'm thinking about like looking at the book.
I don't think I can see anything.
I don't think you can either. And you keep going back and forth and I keep telling you, I don't think you're seeing anything.
But people can see, like I'm just.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Let me get there.
Yeah.
Because there is a point about like, okay, but like, are they actually seeing stuff?
Yeah.
What's the deal? What is the deal with visualizing?
Yeah.
And here is the deal. So what do most visualizers see?
Okay.
People's experience of visual imagination can range from subtle to incredibly realistic. So you might be able to just see like the outline, whereas for other people like Christopher and Enya, you can see like every little tiny detail as if your eyes were open. I cannot emphasize that enough. It sounds crazy to those of us who can't visualize. I know it sounds crazy, but they have done brain scans on people, because the question from this article is, how do we know they're really visualizing and they're not just like having a really vivid, detailed memory or imagination or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So people have taken various physiological and behavioral tests in a research lab, and researchers observe that people who report vivid imagery respond differently to these like objective measures about what details you're taking in and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Although this doesn't let us know definitively that they vividly see an image, it does point to the fact that something is truly different between people who claim to see vividly and those who don't.
Mm.
And then they also they looked at the visual cortex during an fMRI study, and for strong visualizers, the area in the brain that processes images from the eyes was activated. So truly, genuinely, the brain area that takes in eyes open visual information is the same area that is activated when they are imagining something in their brains.
Okay.
Which is so crazy to me. So that is proof that it's not just like they're remembering. They're brain
They're
is
like actively seeing.
Yes, their brain truly is creating images.
That's wild.
Yeah. Like, what a cool study. Once again, what a cool fucking skill.
Yeah,
like, wouldn't that be nice? Doesn't that sound
cool
so
skill.
handy? Same. I don't have shit.
I don't have anything.
You're dyslexic.
I can't even read.
Yeah, I can't even read. You're at like a detriment.
I know.
Like, once again, I was thinking, okay, maybe the brain has to like make room for other stuff, and that's why we can't visualize. But
There's
like,
a bunch of empty space up here.
yeah, you can't. It's
There
not
are
like
rooms for rent.
yeah. Space could be filled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's it. And I feel like, yes, I'm like hyperlexic, but so is Christopher.
Yeah.
And he also can visualize. Like,
God
what's up
damn
with
it.
that? You think that
Stop being so goddamn talented, Christopher. You're making the rest of us look bad.
but also it does seem like very challenging. Like, if I could just float away and close my eyes and watch Shrek in my mind, I would never be here on Earth. I'd
No.
be gone watching Shrek.
Yeah.
I would never.
And sometimes he is.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't blame him. Like, it's like probably having a TV in your brain that you could put on any channel anytime you wanted and watch anything you want. That sounds dangerous. I don't think I want that responsibility. And I don't want to have that level of self-control. I'd rather just like not have access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I'm making myself feel better. That's like, it's probably best that I don't. Because it seems hard. Because if you could picture things in your brain, why would you ever want to just like be here on regular Earth?
Right. It seems better up there.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
does seem
than
better
here.
up there. Yeah.
Here doesn't seem good.
No, here does not seem good. And we have no escape. So, I
Except
don't
for
know.
the sweet
Pros and
release of
cons.
death.
Yeah. Sweet, sweet death. One day.
Not yet. We're just middle-aged.
Something to look forward to. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then the study also says that some people with aphantasia only experience it with closed eyes, and some people can like see mental images if their eyes are open. Which I feel like if I do come close to being able to picture something, it actually does help to have my eyes open.
Yeah.
Which sounds weird to say.
Well, you're activating your eyeballs.
True. Whoa. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Whereas when my eyes are closed,
They're in sleep mode.
and it's not even like I'm seeing black. Like I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. This is so hard.
more like a brown.
But are you like seeing it, or is it just the absence of anything?
It's
Like, I'm not seeing anything. It's just an absence
Is
of
this what it's
anything.
like to be dead? You're just the absence of everything.
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'll tell you.
Hmm.
Tell you when I get there.
Okay. Let me know.
Let me know. All right. The other thing they found in the study is that aphantasia may also affect the way that you store or access memories, which is kind of what we were talking about, where people with aphantasia are more likely to have difficulties with first person or like autobiographical memory. So you can like remember or recall things that you did or you experienced, but you obviously cannot visualize them. And I'm going to do a part 2 follow-up on this one. Hopefully we only have to record it one time. But I'm going to go more into like the connection with aphantasia and like neurodivergence, because that's the other thing for me. When I was learning about like Temple Grandin, I always just assumed, okay, if you're autistic, you think in pictures. If you're not, you don't. But no, that's not it. It seems to kind of surpass
it's a different
neurotype.
Yeah.
Because some autistic people can visualize very intensely. Other people can't at all.
Not at all.
Like, it seems like some people think in kind of thoughts and concepts. Some people have a combination of like words and pictures. And it doesn't seem to be just like one type can picture things or not picture things. So I'm going to do a part 2 follow-up that gets more into like the brain, like what exactly is going on in there, and maybe what is the connection to like ADHD, autism, neurodivergence in general. How is this all connected?
How is it if it is?
Yeah, if it even is, or is it just like being left-handed or right-handed, you know? Like, I don't think left-handedness is associated with like autism or ADHD specifically. I think some lefties are autistic and some aren't. I don't think it has anything to do with that, even though it is still in the brain. Maybe aphantasia is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Right? But maybe, like, I'm imagining that maybe neurotypicals are more of like the middle of the road people, whereas for neurodivergent people, it might be like one end of the extreme or the other, because I feel like that's us for a lot of things, whereas a more neurotypical brain might just be a bit more like mild, where you're not terrible at it, but you're also not one intense end of the spectrum. So I'm going to talk about that more next time when I do a part 2. But for now, it's this is what you got. And so I want to kind of look more into exactly how does it affect the way that we like take in information and store information and remember things.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So if you're like still unsure about yourself, kind of like Kristen, and you're like, you just can't seem to accept that you can't picture anything, or you're just not sure, because it is hard to like truly know for sure.
It is.
If you go to aphantasia.com, they do have like a questionnaire that they use to score people's mental imagery abilities. It's called the Vividness of Visual Imagery Questionnaire. And it has 16 questions that are divided into 4 groups, and they each have a scale of 1 to 5. And so that 5 means that you see the image so clearly and vividly, it's like you're actually seeing it in front of you. And then the 1 is, you're thinking about what you're supposed to visualize, but you don't see anything. And then there's like some in between of you see the image, but it's like dim or vague. And then how is aphantasia treated? It's not, because it's not a medical condition or a mental health condition. It doesn't need treatment, but there are certain accommodations that you might want to give yourself if you know this about yourself, like if you are trying to go into a design field, or if you feel like you're really bad at remembering visual details. I feel like just knowing this about yourself and knowing that your brain isn't storing them as images, okay, now I can like find a workaround of like, I don't know, making a point. Like it might be that manual versus automatic thing, where I'm not saying you can't remember visual details, but you just might have to make like a conscious effort to like take in what this person's facial details look like, or take in the color of this thing, because your brain isn't just going to like automatically pick it up the way that a visualizers could. So beyond that, I feel like, I don't know, it's just good to know about yourself, and it's kind of interesting to know about yourself and to know about others, but there's no like diagnosis or treatment that you need, I guess. And so the first time we tried to record this, I had you and Christopher both do a bit of an experiment where I asked you to imagine a scenario, and then I asked you questions about that scenario to kind of highlight the differences in how you two are creating this image in your brain. My end of the episode, my microphone got messed up, but your side was fine, because once you do the test, now you know what the test is,
right?
And so you can't really like do it again in an authentic way. I'll put a link for the description. It's like the ball on the table experiment or something like that, where someone came up with this on Reddit. Just like, it's a like 3-minute visual task. And it, like I said, once you know what the point of it is, it's kind of hard to do it. So I don't want to like give it away. But if you're not sure, you could have someone else give you this test. I'll post the Reddit link in the resources. And if you have a partner or whatever, your kid isn't sure if they can visualize or not, you can do this test with them. And
Yeah.
it's like,
I think
just,
it would be great for kids.
right? Yeah.
Although kids are liars, so I wouldn't trust them.
I don't think they're liars.
Not all of them.
No.
Most of them.
But yeah, I think it would be just a fun experiment. Like if there's 3 of you in a family and you want to kind of see how you're all taking in information differently or how you all picture things differently. I think it's just
I wonder,
cool
that'd be interesting to see families. Are they all visualizers? Are they all not
I know.
visualizers?
So I think both my parents are not visualizers. I don't think they're seeing anything. I've asked them before.
I don't think Stanhopes can't visualize shit.
I don't think would ever think about that. I don't think they would ever
I don't
question
think they
how their brains work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're a practical bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't do this thinking business often.
And it's hard, as I'm sure you guys have heard, it's hard once you realize you have aphantasia. It's hard not to accuse everyone else of having aphantasia.
I know you can't
Like,
see, you son of a bitch.
When I asked my dad, and he's like, yeah, I can. I'm like, but can you? Are you actually seeing it? And he's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, but are you actually? As if your eyes were open. Like, I get really intense about it for some reason.
Yeah, that makes sense for you.
It's not like they're lying. It's just that they don't have a reference point. And so I'm trying to like convey to them like, all right, I know you think you're visualizing, but I don't think you are. But I can't really tell them what they're experiencing in their brain.
Because you don't know.
But now that I've been exposed to, like, truly talking with Christopher is what made me realize, like, whoa, okay. Yeah. So, like, there's like an extreme opposite of what I'm doing.
You guys need to go together and interview people.
And confront people.
And confront people about it.
Yeah.
You're going to be the confronting. And then Christopher's going to be like the man, he's going to smooth it over. And he's going to be like, listen, this is how I see. And they're going to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not me.
I'm nowhere near that.
Nowhere near that.
You're right.
That's different.
Yeah. And that's really what did it for me.
Yeah.
I feel like once you talk to like an intense visualizer, you're like, okay, no, I guess I'm not seeing anything.
I don't see shit.
Never mind.
I don't see shit. Yeah, I guess as if my eyes were open, no. But what I think about things that I've seen in the past.
Yeah. So you're just thinking about things that you've seen. You're not visualizing.
I'm not visualizing.
You're just thinking about things you've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking really well. And I want credit for that.
I believe you. I believe that you're thinking really well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, yeah, I think that is all I had for this part 1 of aphantasia. Hopefully I will do a follow-up on this and get more into like the brain stuff of like what's actually going on in there structurally, relate it to ADHD and autism. And then, for next time I have some good questions for people with aphantasia about like dreaming. Like, do you see stuff in your dreams? Because I feel like I do.
Very vivid dreams.
Yeah.
I don't dream.
You don't?
I have
Are you okay?
stress dreams where I'm like, oh my God, I didn't turn this paper in.
Mm.
Where I'm thinking about, they're not very vivid, but it's just me being stressed.
About like a scenario. Like
and
a situation.
The scenario is always a time-based scenario.
But you never have like a fun dream where you're like on an adventure or you're like, oh, so weird. Like me and Henry Zabrowski, we're on a roller coaster. Like you don't.
Every once in a while, but usually no. They're usually every once in a while. Rarely do I dream. And when I dream, it's almost always a stress dream.
Whoa.
Yeah. Isn't that sad?
That is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
I do dream and I do experience my dreams very, very vividly to the point where when I remember them, it feels like I was somewhere else. It feels like I'm having a real memory of like a place I went to. So it's weird that my brain, I guess, am I visualizing when I'm dreaming or am I going to another dimension and I'm experiencing it, you know?
One time I had a dream that I was dating, not Christopher, it was a different in past life.
Not your current boyfriend.
Not my current boyfriend. Fiance.
Yes. My fiance, the poor baby.
So this was pre-COVID. I was dating a guy. I had a dream that I forget, he forget to put the dishes away or something it was a dream. It was a very classic scenario of I asked him to do something. He didn't do it. And I woke up and I knew it was a dream. I was still mad at him.
Yeah.
The whole day.
Yep.
And he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm mad at you for what you did in your dream, asshole.
Yep.
And he was like, I don't know how to remedy the situation. I was like, you can't.
Nothing you can do.
Be better.
Yeah. Just be better.
Just be better.
sometimes it'll happen to me, like, this is so weird, but one time I had a really vivid dream where I smoked a cigar and I loved it. And then I woke up and I was like really craving a cigar, which I've never once smoked in my life before. Don't think I would enjoy it at all. It smells bad.
Oh my God.
I have never had any interest
That's
remotely
really funny.
in smoking
I think
cigars.
you gotta try it now.
And I woke up and I was
Follow your
for
dreams.
like a week. I was like craving cigars.
That's so funny.
I'll do it if I have a dream. Like I had a dream about Adam Devine from Workaholics, who I don't find attractive. I think he's funny, but I've never had a crush on him. I had a dream where I had a crush on him. And then for like the next month, I was like, I had a crush on him.
One, or he the squishy
He's
face
the little
one?
guy. Yeah, a little squishy face guy.
Yeah.
And like he's cute, but I don't have any type of crush on him. But for the next few months, because I had these like really real feelings in my dream, I was like, do I have a crush on him? And I don't. But Dream Me did. And so then I was like having this memory of having a crush on him.
That's so weird.
Isn't it so
That's
weird?
So weird.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm so fascinated by dreams.
Dreams are
I'll
weird.
have to talk about dreams in the future as well.
Yeah.
But for now, that's it. And we'll talk about dreams more next time in relation to like visualizing and kind of how we dream. Because even that between me and you is different. Just so fascinating.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have aphantasia or we just made you discover that you have aphantasia, reach out to us at weirdsofafeather@gmail.com or you can DM us on Instagram. If you're an interior designer and you have aphantasia, please let me know how you've like accommodated yourself or if the job is difficult for you or if you really like it because it's a bit of a challenge. I don't know. Yeah, I just have lots of questions about this.
Reach out to us.
Yeah. You can check us out on all the places. We have some fun bonus stuff going on Patreon, patreon.com/weirdsofafeather. You can buy us a coffee at ko-fi.com/weirdsofafeather. And all that money goes right back into the podcast. You can follow us on TikTok and join our Reddit group and all the stuff and all the things. All right. You got a bod for us?
I got a bod.
All right.
I want your bod.
Nice bod.
This bod, I don't think we've done it before, but maybe we have, but that's okay.
Yeah. You guys don't remember.
Yeah. It's the red-tailed hawk.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which is the true sound of the American bald eagle.
That was my fun fact.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Stole it from you.
Yeah, it's so the call, so there's like in like all the movies you have the classic like caw and for eagles flying
Yes.
and everything, and it's actually this little guy here, the red-tailed hawk.
Yes.
He doesn't get enough credit for his beautiful call.
I know. It's already it's always given to the bald eagle. The bald eagle has like a really kind of
It's almost like a seagull.
weird, not very cool sounding.
Yeah, this guy is like super cool. So let's give him some credit.
Yeah. That was a little too caw.
That was a little bit too caw. Sorry.
A little bit of an onomatopoeia there.
Yeah.
It's more of a screech, open mouth screech.
yeah.
There you go. I think we got it.
Yeah, we
You know
got
what?
it. But yeah, give this guy some credit. He's
Yeah.
like in all the movies and stuff, but it's not an eagle. It's a hawk.
Yes.
And it's this
It's a
hawk.
red-tailed hawk specifically is the true voice of the American
true-
eagle.
Meaning of Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the red-tailed hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, see ya. Bye.